Famous puppeteer Jim Henson created a lot more than the Muppets. Henson created some screenplays, some short films, and 2 lost plays recently were discovered.
Here to talk about that and discovery and about the works to keep Jim Henson's legacy alive is Stephen Christie. He's the editor-in-chief of our Archaea Entertainment. So how do you say it?
Yeah, you got it right.
Oh, good.
It's hard. It's a hard thing to get right sometimes.
You know, we think, obviously, when we think of Jim Henson, we think of the Muppets originally, quickly, but other things that he did, like Dark Crystal and Fragile Rock and other things, those were pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Jim actually started his career doing commercials and doing much more experimental work, and it wasn't until Sesame Street started, and the Muppets as well, that he started to move more into children's television and stuff aimed at kids. And later on in his career, when he was doing Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, he started to come back to more of those adult-themed kind of things. But he really began his career as someone who wasn't setting out to make things for children, just setting out to create interesting work.
And you've been working on this project called A Tale of Sand?
Yes.
What exactly is A Tale of Sand?
It's an original graphic novel that we're publishing this November, when around the time when the new Muppet movie comes out, actually. And it's a lost screenplay that we found in the vaults of the Henson Company, written by Jim and his longtime writing partner Jerry Jewell. They worked on it in the late 60s up until the early 70s or so, and it was very sad because they had to abandon the project because work on the Muppets and Sesame Street became just you know, that took over Jim's entire life, essentially.
These are actually some pictures of
these are stills from...
What are we seeing right here?
What you're seeing here actually is just kind of spot illustrations by Ramon Perez, who's the incredible artist that we have, who kind of came in and adapted this lost screenplay into comic book format. So these are images that are from the book itself, and it's really incredible because it's like finding a lost treasure. You know, Jim was such a creative genius, and to find this lost treasure and then be faced with the challenge of visually realizing something that he never got to realize himself. It's been one of the most incredible projects we've ever worked on at Archaea.
So this is an actual screenplay that you found?
It's a full feature-length screenplay. It's about 75 pages, fully written by Jim, and it's amazing because when you open it up, you actually see Jim's handwriting on the pages. You know, he's scratching it out. So you're seeing the creative process as he's working on this and kind of fixing his ideas and refining them and stuff like that. And that's what we're trying to get across in the graphic novel. We're trying to get people behind the scenes. And really, the graphic novel is as much about the lost screenplay itself as it is about Jim Henson as a man and what he was working on and thinking about when he was younger, before he did the things that he became famous for.
Yeah, this is all before the Muppets.
All before the Muppets, all before Sesame Street. This is really early stuff from the vaults, and it shows a side of him that I think people are going to be very excited to see, you know, because it's something that people haven't really discovered before about him.
And a graphic novel is different from a comic book.
It is. A graphic novel, it's going to be a full hardcover, you know, kind of beautiful book that you would, you know, put on your coffee table or on a bookshelf. It's not just kind of a floppy comic. We're really inspired by Jim to create something that you can, you know, have on your shelf for 20 or 30 years, something really beautiful that really means something and moves you emotionally.
He actually did some films, and we have a clip of one of them. Can you explain what we're looking at here in this film clip?
Sure. What this is his timepiece, and this is this was a short film that Jim made that was actually nominated for an Academy Award, and he himself starred in the movie, which he directed and wrote as well.
That's him right there.
That's him right there, exactly. And it's kind of an existential drama about you know, never having enough time during the day and never having enough time to do the things that you want to do in life. And the themes in this and kind of the style of this is very similar to A Tale of Sand. So thematically, you know, just looking at this here, you'll get a good sense of what you're going to see in the graphic novel.
Now, he's been dead about 20 years, is that right?
He died in '91, so it actually has been 20 years. And what's funny is that this is a very significant year because Jim would have been 75 this year. So the Muppet movie and this graphic novel are both coming out 2 months after his birthday. So it's very exciting, and it's a great tribute to him. And you know, I hope it expands his legacy, and I hope people can get a glimpse of what a truly creative genius he was.
When is the book out now?
The book is not out. It'll be out in November. We're working very hard on it right now. So.
Also, Alexander the Grape is another short film that he did.
Yeah, this Alexander the Grape was a short film. It's a short animation that was actually just discovered in the vaults as well, and that's something that we premiered at the Chicago Comic Convention a few months ago as kind of a way to celebrate Tale of Sand and everything. There's a lot of great stuff that is in the vaults that is starting to come to life now, and Alexander the Grape's one of them, and Tale of Sand is the only full feature-length screenplay. But there's a few other goodies in there as well, so we'll see if we can bring some more to light if this goes well.
Yeah, it's likely that we're going to see some more of his creative genius,
I
as
hope
you
so.
say.
I hope so.
Very fascinating guy. I mean, we always think of him as the entertaining kids and stuff, but like you say, there was so much. He was so deeper than that.
He was much deeper than that, and the important thing was that his message was one of creativity and of self-expression. And the biggest thing that you see through all of the work that he did is, no matter how weird you might think you are or how strange you might be, it's okay to be who you are, and it's important to love the people around you and just to be a good person. That was the biggest message about Jim's work, and that's what we're trying to carry on with his legacy and with this book.
Congratulations.
Thank you.